welcome to the Challenge Gold Coast online briefing. Please ensure that prior to watching this video that you have read and are familiar with all the information located in the athlete manual. This can be found on our website at allthews.challenge-goldcoast.com.au. Please also ensure that you are familiar with any late changes that may occur come race morning. This information can be found on the information board located next to the registration tent. If in doubt, please don't hesitate to ask any of our friendly staff at the information or help desk.
Registration is available Friday and Saturday at the venue. Bike racking is required on Saturday afternoon between 12 noon and 6 p.m. Again, all details are included within the athlete manual. Please note that no helmets should be left overnight in transition. You'll need to wear your helmet into transition on race morning so that it can be visually checked by the officials. Please also note that no large bags or loose gear should be left in transition. A bag drop area will operate next to the info and help desk on race morning from 4:45 a.m. On race day, the venue will open at 4:45 a.m. with access to transition area at this time, as well as the info and help desks. Transition will close for all competitors at 6 a.m. The event is sanctioned by Triathlon Australia and is run under Triathlon Australia rules. It is each competitor's responsibility to be familiar with these rules.
The 1.9 kilometre swim course will be held in the beautiful Currumbin Creek right behind me. We expect the temperature to be around 19 degrees, and if so, then wetsuits will be allowed, but a final call will be announced come race morning by the officials.
The swim will have 5 wave starts. The first wave will begin at 6:10 a.m. for our professional field, followed by 3 age group waves and 1 teams wave. Please check the info board to confirm your wave start time. Please note that it's a 250 metre walk from transition to the swim start.
In an event where you may have registered and wrecked your bike but are unable to start, please notify our staff immediately prior to the event commencing and hand in your timing chip. Failure to do so may result in an unnecessary search by our water police and other staff team.
The swim will be in a clockwise direction and you'll be swimming just prior to the high tide. A small incoming tide is expected. Please be familiar with the course and the approximate locations of the turns. You can view these easily in the days prior to the event. The swim side is approximately 20 metres east of the main boat ramp at Throwers Drive in waist deep water, and the swim exit is west of this, closer to transition. You will walk past this exit on your way to the swim start. The swim course will be marked with large red turning buoys. These buoys are to be kept on your right to make for clockwise turns. The course will also be marked with white buoys. These are to assist swimmers to navigate. All white buoys should be kept on your left. The swim course will be patrolled and monitored by water safety staff. In the event that you do run into difficulty or see another competitor in difficulty, raise an arm and call out to the nearest lifeguard for assistance. At approximately the 1.1 kilometre mark, you will swim under Thrower Bridge. Please check this out prior to the event. Swimmers will be guided through the middle channel and continue to the far end of the course. At the swim exit, athletes will make a left turn onto the beach. Please note that the swim cutoff is strictly 60 minutes from the last wave entering the water. At this stage, we anticipate that this will be at 7:27 a.m.
If it's anything like today, it's going to be pretty spectacular. Blue water, blue skies, and the water's warm. So yeah, it's going to be great.
More details of the swim course are in the athlete manual. It is about a 75 metre run from the swim exit to transition area. Please ensure you are familiar with all transition entries and exits. The 90 kilometre bike ride will be a stunning 1-lap ride through the amazing Currumbin and Tallebudgera valleys.
Please note that all athletes are required to start the bike course with at least 2 full bottles. At all times, athletes must obey road rules unless specifically directed otherwise. At all times, athletes must assume this. Under no circumstances are athletes allowed to cross a white line or to leave a cycle-specific lane, unless specifically directed to do so by police or event staff, most likely for safety. Athletes acknowledge that safety precautions undertaken at the event are merely a service provided, but are not a guarantee of safety. The road closure, while manned by traffic control staff, event staff, officials and police, does not guarantee other road users won't be on the course. We anticipate some local traffic on some parts of the course, so please be aware of this. We also anticipate event vehicles, traffic control vehicles, ambulances, as well as motorbikes carrying officials and police will be on the course with you. Athletes are strongly encouraged to carry at least 1 spare tube and a pump or gas canister, plus tyre levers with them to be able to make a tyre change if a puncture occurs. room, but mechanics will be on the course but will be nearer the back end of the field, so are not necessarily going to arrive immediately to assist you.
All products will be served in bottles on the condition that athletes return a bottle at the same time. There will be bottle drop zones prior to each one of these aid stations.
The bike course will depart from Transition Area, which is located at the Palm Beach Currumbin Sports Ground at Sauk Oval. Leaving Transition 1, you turn left onto Guinness Creek Road and ride for 1 kilometre along Guinness Creek Road. This section will be inside a barriered lane. Cyclists will then turn left into Galleon Way, travel along Galleon Way for 3 kilometres to Currumbin Creek Road, and ride west for 16 kilometres to a designated U-turn located at Camp Eden Main Gate at the 19 kilometre mark. This section is slightly undulating. Ride back down Currumbin Creek Road in an easterly direction for 13.5 kilometres, then take a left-hand turn into Tallebudgera Connection Road. Riding up Tallebudgera Connection Road, this is the short steep climb at the 31 kilometre mark, with an 18% climb. This is a challenge, make no mistake about it, but it's why it's called Challenge Gold Coast, and the hill is called The Beast. Note, your gearing will require a 32 cog if you are not a strong cyclist. There will also be a 600 metre time section on the Beast. We highly recommend riding this prior to the event so you can have the upper hand come race day. After the big climb, it's a fast downhill section northbound along Tallebudgera Connection Road for about 5.8 kilometres. Through the roundabout known as the Man on the Bike, continue along until the main traffic lights at Tallebudgera Creek Road. Turn left into Tallebudgera Creek Road and ride 8 kilometres west, then turn left into Petch Creek Road to a designated U-turn located at the bus shelter at around the 49 kilometre mark. And remember to return back along Petch Creek Road and then left into Tallebudgera Creek Road. Ride 6.5 kilometres to the end of Tallebudgera Creek Road to the designated U-turn at approximately the 60.2 kilometre mark. Now note, all cyclists will need to turn at the 60 kilometre mark prior to 10 AM. Ride back down Tallebudgera Creek Road, back in an easterly direction to the traffic lights, then turn right back into Tallebudgera Connection Road, back over the hill. Caution, this downhill section towards Currumbin Creek Road is very steep. Please ensure you stay to the left at all times and take care when descending down this section. This section will be split with witches' hats through the middle of the corners, and signage will warn you to descend with caution. Please show respect to fellow triathletes when riding down this section. Turn left onto Currumbin Creek Road and ride 3.5 kilometres and turn left into Galleon Way.
The run course will be 2 laps along the stunning, beautiful Currumbin coastline.
After leaving Transition 2 via the roadway through the Sports Club car park, run over the footbridge that sits beside the M1 Pacific Highway Bridge. Once over the bridge, you immediately veer right under the M1 bridge and follow the path in a westerly direction following Currumbin Creek on Mitchell Drive for 650 metres to a turnaround point. Return back on Mitchell Drive, turning left into Currumbin Creek Road, going under the M1 bridge before turning left and going through the back of the Currumbin RSL car park. Then following the pathway beside Currumbin Creek through Currumbin to Currumbin Rocks, staying on the left-hand side of the pathway at all times. Follow the pathway through Currumbin on Pacific Parade past the Currumbin Surf Life Saving Club and keep the ocean on your left-hand side. Continue along the pathway, running on a gravel trail section which will take you over Flat Rock Creek through Crop Park. Please follow the danger tape chute at all times through this section. This will lead you back onto the pathway on Pacific Parade. Follow this through to the turnaround point, which is located at Chugan Surf Life Saving Club. Please note that in some sections you'll be running on the road in the bike lane, mainly on Durangon Street. Once you have reached Throw Bridge, turning right into the boat ramp car park at the swim start area. Around and under the bridge, following the path, back through to Transition, running through Transition 1 on the designated pathway to complete the second lap.
The run course will have 5 aid stations located on each lap approximately every 2 kilometres. These aid stations will stock both water and enduro.
Please check the map carefully for this section to save yourself confusion on race day.
Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you at Challenge Gold Coast.